Do you forget the order of north, south, east, and west on a compass? Because if you
Uh,
forget the order, I have an acronym for you to remember it. It's never, and you go to the right, so never, ever smoke weed.
I mean, that's one way of doing it.
No, like, I was in high school, and I, for some reason, struggled with that up until high school, and then one girl in my class named Princess looked at me, she goes, girl, it's just never ever smoke weed, and I was like, oh my god, you're right, and she was like, see, you're gonna remember that now, and I was like, yes, I am, thank you, Princess.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that she was just called Princess.
That's her name, yeah. It was actually a really pretty name. I like that name, but I would not name my child that. I would name my child Kevin though.
Yeah.
Like I'm legit being serious. If I have when I have kids, if I have a boy, first boy, Kevin. That's it.
Fair, honestly,
Kevin.
fair.
Because I have liked that name ever since I was 7 years old, and it's funny because Kevin and seven rhyme. But I name everything Kevin. I'm surprised I didn't name my dog Kevin, to be honest. I think I wanted to, but my mom was like, no, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, she was probably sick and tired of you calling things Kevin.
I have so many stuffed animals named Kevin because I used to collect them.
Yeah.
I have one that's Kevin with a B.
Perfect.
And I have socks that say Kevin all over them in different languages, which is pretty much Kevin or Kevin.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah, I need to return to Mermaid. Uh,
Wait, is that just her name, Mermaid?
yeah, that's the name of the demon, it's just Mermaid.
Wow. Also, I'm almost halfway done with Spiritfarer. I'm like
Woo!
37% done, which is almost.
Almost, almost.
Yeah. But I found out that once you finish it, you can't go back and play unless you have a previous save point. So like, I'm kind of pissed about it because I would like to continue like floating around the ocean and doing shit. But, you know,
Is there not even like a new game plus for you to do or anything?
no. But I might play through it again if I don't get like 100% of everything I wanted,
That's fair. That's fair, honestly.
just so I can.
I find it a bit stupid that they've done that with that game, but
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're like exploring the whole time. You can't just leave it.
also I'll say hello to Mermaid. My friends came back to their senses. You must have talked to Anahita, right? Talked to her, then had to beat her in a battle. So you know.
What the fuck? Where's your tail? Oh, there it is. I was like,
Yeah. It's like it goes like halfway to legs, so it's like the knees. So I like everything from the knee above is like actual human, and then it goes and transforms into a tail bit, which you don't normally see. Normally, when you see mermaids in media, it's just everything below the vagina is tail.
yeah, I actually came up with, or I'm trying to, I'm in the middle of it, different concepts for all their races.
Oh yeah, for D&D.
Oh, no, for like here, hold on. I'm trying to find, like, I've done most work on goblins. I finished goblins, and I'm still on dragons. I just haven't done any work on it in a while.
Mm. Wow, what the fuck are you fuckers weak to this time? Jesus. Let's see, how many of you are gonna bugger off? One of you is staying, deciding to lower stats. That's fine. Another one of you is buggering off. Okay, so I'm only having to get them. Alright, I might as well just use an item. I think your headset popped out for a second then.
Me?
I'm hearing something other than your voice.
Like what?
It's like it's a... That's the best way I'm able to fucking...
It might be like the fan that's on the AC.
Ah, okay. I thought maybe your headset just like popped out a bit. Because that's usually the noise I get when slash users popped out.
No, mine's definitely in. Mine like clicks into my computer.
Alright, yeah. Fair enough.
Need to add a category.
Also, I'm just seeing like the bigger fucking enemy indicators. I'm just like, okay, those are where the gods are then.
Damn.
I hate you for this, Huang Wong.
Well, he probably hates you right now too. I'm kidding.
I don't care if he does, to be fair. Alright, let's see.
I can send you the thing that I made for goblins if you'd like.
Yeah, you can do, yeah. Oh,
Or I can read it. Since you're streaming, do you want me to read it?
I'm not streaming, I'm just thinking.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, you can send it over and I'll read it afterwards. Eliminate the 4 gods across Minato. King Long, Zukwe, Baihu, and Zwanwu. Okay, yeah, great. The 4 Japanese, not Japanese, is it Chinese? Yeah, Chinese gods. I don't know that because I've only recently played War Long and they were in that.
See, the reason I'm redoing these races is because one day I'd like to co-DM a campaign, because like I don't want to DM by myself. That would be absolute pain for me. But I have a few people that I want to co-DM with. But like I don't want to DM it all by myself, I guess. Like I want to be half playing, like half DMing, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain. We'd split up the tasks evenly.
No, yeah,
So,
no, I get what you mean. Because I know people
stressful.
that used to do that. It is. Yeah.
Like I'd probably be in charge of most of the NPCs and shit, just because, like, playing them actually.
Yeah. I'm just getting.
But I would like to use. I'd like to use my like reworked races, and they're reworked. They're not just.
It's not
taken.
just homebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of homebrew. Like it's taken some traits from the old ones, like goblins to like coins.
Yeah.
But it's in a different way. They have a use for the coins instead of just hoarding them.
Yeah.
My
Which is
boyfriend
fair.
actually helped come up with the lore. Would you like to hear the like short lore blurb for them?
Ooh, go on. I always like hearing a nice bit of short lore words.
The first goblin ever spawned into the world with an insignia coin. He ate the insignia coin because it was shiny, and he wasn't the smartest goblin ever. After all, he was the first goblin to ever live. After eating the coin, he would randomly appear and disappear in the same spot at random times. He was subconsciously trying to teleport to where his coin was, but he wasn't smart enough to know that. So, just for a little tidbit, an insignia coin is a gold coin with the clan's crest engraved on one side and a family crest on the other, and goblins can teleport to those coins. So, like, the vaporize ability, the ability to teleport anywhere an insignia coin has been left. So if your clan and family crest matches and you leave a coin in your bedroom and one at the store, you can teleport to the store, to your bedroom, to wherever.
Yeah.
But if someone moves it, you can't teleport. Like, unless you like know where it's at or where you left it. Or like, if it's close enough, I guess. Like, you've got to know where it's at. You can't just be like, I want to teleport to coin number 2. You know, they're not numbered.
Yeah. So.
And then there's different types. There's Hydro, Shock, Inferno.
Interesting. Basically, the 3 different elements.
Yes.
So Advaris wants me to go up the mountain to a huge bird's nest and get one of the eggs. Have a look at that giant ass bird up on the way.
You want my advice?
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't. Just don't.
I mean, I'm gonna take the quest, but I definitely do
Oh my god, a tiny bird. Omelets are my favorite thing in the whole way. This is not a bird.
He's actually a drake. He's actually a
It
drake.
doesn't matter.
He's wanting to make. He's wanting to turn the egg into an omelet. What the fuck?
Dude, that's like turning an ostrich egg into an omelet for like a chihuahua.
Oh god, that thing up there is Jatayu? Oh, fuck me. You won't be beating that thing anytime soon.
You know, all the demons want to fuck you.
In
They
more ways
overtly
than
guessed
one
for
at
you.
this rate.
Oh, so it's like you get into battle like in Honkai, you just hit them.
Yeah, you just hit them and boom.
You might actually like Honkai Impact, to be honest. It's turn-based like this.
Yeah.
If you ever want to play, let me know, because I... It's turn-based, but then you also have to take into account that enemies have weaknesses and strengths.
Yeah, I kind of like it this, but it's like
Yeah.
all the ones that I'm currently facing are really weak to fire, as well as ice, but they're immune to force/wind. Yeah.
Yeah, the enemy strengths don't really... They're not really for the elements. They're more like... Oh, I have this ability that makes me do this, that makes all the elemental weaknesses nullified, so if you hit me with air magic, then it doesn't do as much damage as it's supposed to, you know, like, it's more like the skills they use, but they still have, and then in the middle of battle, you can actually click and look at what they do, which I don't, because I don't care, I just die and do it again, you know, whatever, but...
You prefer
have you seen
Ashin,
anyone
though?
play it?
I have not.
I'll have to show you when you're done recording. It's really fun, and it's interesting because all the characters are really... They're all different. There's so many of them, but they all have such different personalities. It's something I really admire about the Genshin games and Honkai, the Boyo Lab games, because they have so many different characters, but they're all different, and I'm like, bitch, how?
Yeah, I'll admit it's kind of what draws me into games like this, because this game, like all the different demons, like yes, they're from the same clan,
Yeah.
but they have different personalities. Like Jack-o'-lantern and Jack Frost, yes, they both have the thing of saying he-ho and stuff. They're both fairies. They both kind of run in the whole like Jack family, whereas High Pixie is also a fairy but doesn't do the whole he-ho thing.
Yeah. It'd be funny if she did, though. She'd be, or maybe Ho-He.
Oh, he? I'm your Ho-He.
Bruh.
Bruh.
You know, I imagine a donkey saying that. Like, donkey noises sound like hee-ho.
Yeah,
so
they
imagine
do,
if instead of saying hee-ho, they just donkey noised.
But yeah. If you're wondering what that red floating thing is, that is known as an abscess.
I had an abscess once. Anyways, continue.
I mean, they do kind of work like that. once you essentially beat the things it summons, it pops and disappears.
Oh, so... Fun story about mine. I'm not gonna go into detail about it. It's not that gross, to be honest, but I was going for my high school graduation trip, and I felt a bump, like, on my lower back, and I was like, Mom, I need to go to the doctor about this. And she was like, no, it'll be fine. It'll go away. I told her I had a feeling about it, and she never listens to me when I say that, because she's like, my intuition's better than yours. And it turns out I can't remember any of my high school graduation trip. I remember very little of it. I remember Hagrid's ride and the Men in Black ride. And I remember going to SeaWorld and crying because I couldn't stay because I was so sick because I got infected because my mom didn't listen to me and I stayed there for too long. So we get back and my mom's like, just wait and go to the doctor. And I couldn't wait. I had to go to the ER. We get to the ER. My mom's like, you've got blood all over the back of your pants. And I was like, great. So I had to tie a jacket around my waist because it had popped in the car. And imagine, we drove to Florida. So I had to sit in the car on the way there hurting. I had to sit in the car on the way back. I was crying. It was not a good time. And my parents are like, oh, well, that's your fault. Like, they blame it on me. And I'm like, bitch, no. I can't control what my body does. They say, oh, you sit down too much, so it's your fault. And I'm just like, if you do not pay for another Universal trip, I'm gonna start throwing some hands because I don't remember that shit. Because y'all make me like, ugh. Anyways, so we get to the ER, and they're like, and they check me and they're like, okay, you can have a seat. And I was like, I can't sit down. And they're like, well, you need to in order to wait. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't sit down. Can I stand like over there? Because like they seemed like they didn't want me to stand, and they were like, no, you have to sit down and wait. You can't be standing all over the room. What if people need to get by? And I looked at the guy and I was like, do you want me to bleed all over your chairs? Because I will. And
Yeah.
he went, what? And I was like, I have an abscess. I was kind of rude about it because they were being assholes. And I was like, I have an abscess on my lower back and it's bust open and bleeding. Would you like me to get blood on your chairs? This was during the middle of COVID. And they were like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. And they let me stand to take my vitals, which you're not supposed to do, but I couldn't sit down on the chair. So they let me stand, and then they were like, okay, here's your room. And they immediately took me back. And then I had to wait. I didn't even have to wait that long. I think it was because they knew the risk of getting blood everywhere.
Yeah.
During COVID. And it's funny because both of my doctors were named Elizabeth, and that's one of my middle names, so that was nice. And one of them was an asshole, and one of them was really nice. And I just like, one of them was like, do you want to squeeze my hand? Because I was like really struggling because they had to like cut it open and all that shit. And so I did, and I was so scared. I was crying because like my parents weren't allowed to go in with me or anything, and I never had this happen before. So I was like, I don't know how people die during COVID by themselves. I'm scared getting my abscess cut open. But I got it cut open, and they gave me instructions that my mom thought was kind of sus. So my mom has gone to India previously for medicinal treatment because the US is stupid, in summary. And so she contacted that doctor, and she was like, because he has specialty in the area of asses, as he said, literally. He said that. So he messaged back like within 5 minutes because my mom told him what the doctor said, and he was like, no, don't do that. Do not do that. He was like, do not do that. Do not. What he told us to do was, because they put like ribbon gauze in it, you know, like the strip, the thin little shoelace looking gauze. He said just pull an inch out every day, cut it off, prop the wound open with a pad of gauze, and then put some gauze over it and leave it, and do that every day. And I did, and I've never had anything heal so quick, so efficiently, and so fast in my life.
Which is good though, the fact that I healed up that quickly.
Yes, it is, and it's because they wanted me to repack it every day.
Ooh.
Yeah, and my mom was like, I was told to do that and it was incorrect, so we're gonna message this doctor. We're gonna figure that out. And it was honestly really easy and simple, and like, I don't know, it's just, it was a lot easier than what they were telling me to do, which was pack a raw wound with gauze every day. But the reason we had to go to India for medical treatment, by the way, is because the US was like, you know what a fistula is?
No.
Okay, so it's essentially where your body makes a hole through your body. So like, you can have it anywhere, but this is just an example. So like, if a little hole starts in one's like inside your arm, and it'll tunnel itself out. So it'll be like a hole through your arm. But my mom had that, somewhere else, I will not say. But I will tell you it is in the lower back part of her body. And they were like, all right, so this is America. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna charge you all of this money. You're probably never gonna heal. The chance of success of the surgery is 1%. And it'll take like 16 surgeries at minimum. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna do that if I have to, but first I'm gonna look on Facebook, I'm gonna look everywhere to see if there's anything else I can do.
Yeah.
And it's technically illegal to go to India for medical treatment, but it's so efficient. There's literally a Facebook page for people that go to India to get the procedure done because it works. So
Which
what
is
they do is
bad.
they take, yeah, it is. And the government hasn't shut the page down, no one's reported it because it's like, what are you gonna do when the government sucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what they do is they take a little like thread, not like a sewing thread, but like a twine looking weird thread. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to explain. And they have like peppers and spices on it and that help heal, and it seems like it doesn't, but it does. So what they do is they thread it through the hole. So imagine you had like a little tiny like needle width hole going through your arm. They would put the thread in there and tie it a little snug. And then what it does is the spices and the peppers burn away your skin, and then the other spices heal it as it burns away. So, and then they gradually tie it tighter and tighter. So it keeps cutting away and healing at the same time until it's gone.
Fair enough.
So you're basically like pulling the thread through like you would dental floss or like a twine if you were cutting a cake. You know, you've seen those TikTok videos. And it worked, and it only took a few months.
That's actually.
And yeah, it's really nice. And the only time it ever hurt, and I almost cried because like I could hear my mom in there like crying and screaming, was when they have to cauterize the wound because they don't do like anesthetic. They just like, but then it hurts. So like, you know, crying, obviously screaming, hurt, ow. At the very end when they have to cauterize it so it'll like, stay together. And like, I will say my mom screamed and cried less than everyone else, but that's probably because she has a lot of other issues with her bladder that just hurt, so she's used to it in a way. But like it worked so well, and you'd always see people going home, no one ever came back, and everyone that left always gave the doctor a gift. My mom got a star named after him.
That's actually kind of sweet.
Yeah, she paid to have a star, and this guy named something like his actual name, but I don't remember what it was. I just know his name was Dr. Bot. And he had like people home make him toys that they specialized in. Like there was this one, like he made like wooden dolls, and if you pulled a string at the bottom, their legs would go up, and it was really funny. And it was like they were dancing, but he put the string like at the butt instead for Dr. Bot because that's what he specializes in. It was really funny. But everyone would like cry when they would leave. I hope that they made a video about it on YouTube because there was a guy who like was a professional filmmaker that had that done, and he made a video about it. I'll have to send it to you. My mom speaks it.
Yeah.
But it honestly was really, really taxing on my mom, but she lives a better life because of it.
Yeah. Like, it may have been painful at the time, but let's face it, if things have gotten better, it was worth the pain.
Yeah. I don't know if I can find it on YouTube video. I found it. So it's called Kashar Sutra, and it's a surgical intervention first mentioned in ancient can't pronounce words text around 500 BC. Send the link for the group chat.
I will admit, with the whole abscess thing, like, I have been noticing lately, in terms of myself, that there have been times where I get like these very sore spots that, at least they look like spots at the beginning, but they turn like a very purplish color.
That's weird.
Yeah, and it's like, once they pop, because sometimes like I won't even pop them on purpose, like, you know, I'll just be scratching because I've got an itch, or, you know, I'm just checking for any like lumps or out.
I go to the doctor about that. That's weird.
Yeah, I've tried. The other thing is, man, I tried last time. Oh shit! Fucking Zwanwu, fucking running.
You're like,
I'm out.
No.
Fucking no chance, no, not right now. Fuck no.
There's one of those little guys.
Yeah.
There's just gonna be like in your recording, like random funny, and then all of a sudden deep talk about medical shit.
Yeah.
That's how it be though in life.
Sorry,
be like, we're having fun.
We have weird we have weird conversations in general, to be fair, as well, so you're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last time I went to a doctor's about it was like, I think it was just after I returned from Saki's when I went there on Christmas, but it had already popped before I actually got to the doctor's.
So they didn't have anything to look at.
It's weird because like the lump part was still there, but because it had already been drained of blood, which bear in mind,
Yeah.
I used kitchen towels to sort of soak up the blood. It took 5 sheets of kitchen for it to eventually stop bleeding. And all they did was give me fusidic acid cream because they couldn't. Yeah.
Okay, is that like, okay, this is gonna sound really stupid, but it apparently works. So my boyfriend had an abscess, and he's gonna go get it like removed because like it's still there, but it went down when he put hemorrhoid cream on it.
I don't think fusidic acid cream is hemorrhoid.
If that happens again, try putting hemorrhoid cream on it just to see if it helps, because it did. Like my boyfriend had the same type I did, but it just didn't get infected. He just put hemorrhoid cream on it, and it went down. It's still there, obviously, because it's an abscess. They have like the sac and shit in it or whatever. Yeah. So he's got to get it removed, which he's got to have like a surgery for, which they just numb you for and do it. It's whatever. You don't have to be put under. But it went down when he put that on it, and it doesn't hurt anymore. So I don't know. Maybe try that. And I don't know why that works either. Like, it's so random.
Yeah. Because, like, I will admit, there are times where it's just like, yeah, I'm... Because, like, I've noticed that it's usually at times... Because you know what I'm like. There are times where, if I'm listening to music, I'll, like, gently tap my stomach and stuff. But there are also times where, if I get quite furious, rather than hitting a wall or, you know, throwing my controller across the room like some gamers fucking do, like twats. I hit myself, and it's usually like my thigh or my stomach, because those are the thicker parts of my body, so like they're the ones that can actually take it without me genuinely feeling the pain. And it's usually after stuff like that where it happens.
That might be why then. Maybe.
Yeah. So I know that's probably... Oh shit!
Run, no!
Fuck! It got me! What level are you? What fucking level are you? Am I able to take you on? Okay, you're 25? Okay, you're the same level as me. I need... Well, roughly. You're a level higher than me. I need to see what your fucking weaknesses are. Oh shit, I don't have a spyglass to actually record it. I'm gonna need to actually look it up. Jatayu.
Damn. He really said my toe touched you, like me.
Pretty much. So electricity and curse, I think. What is that symbol?
I have no clue. Don't look at me.
I can't tell what that is.
Symbol.
Because what's after bless is usually dark. So I guess it could be that.
Just look up the symbols.
It's weird because like the symbols on this website, like most of them are the same. It's just the very last one on bless, like after bless. Rather than waste a shard on it, I'll just wait till I get Jack-o'-lantern. He's got a first skill, that should do it. Actually, no, I could just use you, Mamudo. Okay, it is chaos. My god, you have so much health. Why? I'm going to lower its attack. I don't trust this one bit. It'd be nice if I got the insta-kill from the Mamudo. Chances of me getting it is slim, but you know, it would be nice. Depending on what he does will depend on if I actually run away. I hate the fact that he does. 31 damage? 32 damage? Not too bad actually. Not too bad at all. I'm gonna have to switch out some things. Not you. Actually, maybe you. Not too sure. Definitely not into you, but neither do you. You know what? I'm just gonna see if I can escape. I can. Like, good.
Escape. Run away.
See ya, fucker! Oh, it's chasing me. Oh, it's chasing me. Ah!
Run! Still chasing you?
No. It fucked off.
What are those?
Treasure chests. Well, I say chests.
They're like balls.
Yeah.
Treasure balls.
Treasure balls. Alright, I got a Jatayu egg. I'm out.
Nice.
See ya, fucker! Right, I need to get this to 8 Varus. What the fuck is that little shit of a Drake? Oh, I have to get back onto the bridge, and to do that, it's gonna get me close to Jatayu again. I might try and take down the Jatayu, but not just yet. He's gonna be pissed that I took his egg, though. That I can guarantee.
Yeah, maybe don't kill him yet.
Here, here's the Jatayu egg. And all I got was a Drake talisman. I should have got some fucking maca for that. But he didn't think I was gonna make it myself. I'm more capable than I look, you know. I've even got a special
Obviously.
frying pan just for omelets.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I've got to get cooking, but I'll never forget what you did for me. Go fuck yourself. Fucking bastard. Ooh, demon. Hello. How many have I? Ooh, I found 35. I can go see Gustav. Get my next reward.
They seem to be everywhere.
Yeah, for the moment. Some of them can be quite spread out. I think the reason why there's quite a few here is because of it being like a sort of used to be a city. Because this is Tokyo, just 20 years in the future for when the game is set place in.
Jesus.
The thing that basically a battle between demons and angels. And Lucifer just went ahead and fucking just destroyed everybody. Already said that he killed God and shit, and I'm just like, yeah, that seems about right, honestly.
Damn.
I'm just like, yeah, seems about right for you, my dude.
Need any
Brought an army and said,
perchance bring
He basically was the army. Like the demons that he brought with him just did not need to be there. He literally
maybe,
wiped out angels right in front of them without a fucking thought.
maybe he wanted emotional support.
Have
welcome
I?
to the world.
Yes, I've awakened new miracles. I'm aware. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I've got all of the 25. I've got all the fusions up to like the very last one of 24 currently. That's good. That's good. So I need to wait on level 25 to then get Poltergeist. Oh, which the cheapest one is completely free.
Nice.
I've made it so that
Sorry,
it
I'm like,
sorts it via like price and like. I could also get her
sorry,
for
I'm
free.
quiet. I'm trying to draw an eye right now. I
No,
don't
that's
draw
fine.
often.
That's fine. Because everything at the moment is free, but I know for a fact it's not gonna stay that way.
Yeah. Nothing's ever free for long, honestly.
No. Learn miracles. Unyielding will. When a guiding ally is attacked, the Magasuhi gauge increases a little. Yeah. The Magasuhi gauge greatly increases anytime an ally dies. Cornered demons may beg for their lives. Oh, it's about
You
time
wish
I
to
got
learn.
someone like that.
Damn.
Unforgotten memories. Newly fused demons will gain XP based on the stats of the demons fused. Ooh, that would be really good. Christ. Which of these two do I want? Unforgotten memories or summoner's hospitality?
I don't know, man. I don't play the game. I don't want to tell you to make the wrong decision.
I'll be able to get them all at some point. It's just which do I take now? That's the main thing.
The begging one. The begging
Oh,
one.
I've already taken that one.
Oh, okay.
The two that I'm sort of stuck between now is Unforgotten Memories, which is the XP one that I told you about. And then Summoner's Hospitality. The cost of summoning demons from the compendium is reduced by 10%. So I feel like Hospitality would be good, but also Unforgotten Memories would be really fucking nice, especially for some of the like special fusion ones.
I would go with that one, then. The one that would be really nice.
You wish to learn.
Unforgotten Memories. So you Divine Ghost and Fall increase demon stock by 2. Nice. Demon stock is essentially how many demons I can have in the party altogether.
So the demons are the ones you want, basically,
Yeah,
in the party.
I've always got demons in the party. Because all of these are demons. It's just some of them end up also being classed as like divine and stuff, so therefore like angels, etc. Which is a bit daft in my opinion, but you know. Game choice. It's not that it's daft, it's just it feels a bit weird classing a divine being like angels and even some of the gods that they do as like, you know, a demon. Just feels a bit iffy.
That's not what you think when you think of angels, I guess.
Here you go.
I'm gonna Kuzo finding all the good shit. It's about fucking time. I swear if this one's an enemy. That's a looking sense. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so you'll be the angel we're searching for.
Oh?
I don't believe I've ever seen a demon like you before. What business do you have with a servant of Bethel? You wish to know where the Tokyo Diet
Yes.
Building is? Very well, the Diet Building is just beyond the path in this direction. I like how it actually shows it on the map. There we go. Blue Quest, the Angel's Trail.
Oh?
Speaking of the unfamiliar, I just recently saw one of my brethren carrying what I'm fairly certain was a human. It is quite rare to see a human in these parts. Then that's weird. I'm a freaking Nahabino. I'm rarer than that.
I suggest we make our way to the...
The diet building, huh? You know, it sure be nice if I could find my soulmate there.
I'm an Ozako, I don't care if you find your soulmate.
Young man, it seems your friend is attempting... I've opened up a channel through my telecommunicator. Oh.
Hello. So, how's the search going on your end? Unfortunately, I've yet to gain any new information. What? You've learned where the angels are gathering? Alright, I'm on my way there now. Once you get there yourself, take a look around. See if you can find Dazai.